Good morning everybody, welcome back. Well, today is the 4th of November. It is actually the new moon today. We're at the midpoint of our journey and the turning point. So how I see it is the 31st of October, that was our initiation into the journey. And then the 1st, 2nd and 3rd was the dark waning moon as a time of reflection and thinking about what we want to let go of and what we want to release and what we no longer want to take forward. And then the 4th today being the new moon, and then the 5th, 6th, 7th is the emergence from the dark moon and new moon and the transition period. We don't actually see the first crescent of the new moon until about day 3 or day 4 after the actual new moon. So I always see that as a time of still being in the void and in the subconscious and the potential. And then when we see the crescent of the new moon, then that's when we emerge into the new beginning. So, and I see that being about on the 8th of November, our emergence into the new year, the new lunar month, the new solar year, the new lunar month, and new beginning from this transformation and transition. So I've chosen my decks already this morning. Also I've got a nice snakeskin t-shirt on to represent that shedding of old skin for the new moon today as well. So the new moon in Scorpio is about a deep dive into our emotions to see what treasure we can find there with all the murkiness in the mud, and bring that treasure up into the light. So as I say, I've already picked my 3 decks. I'm going to use the Gaia Oracle deck, and then my El Goliath deck. This is a shadow deck and I thought it would just be perfect for the new moon in Scorpio. And then at the end of the reading, I'm going to pick a Work Your Light card, okay, to see if we get any messages about sort of what this new journey may be, this new beginning is. Okay, so let's get shuffling. Okay, I'd like some feedback if possible from you on this new setup. Does it work better? Can you hear me okay? When I show you the cards, can you see the cards okay? Let me know how it is for you viewers. See if this is working or not. If not, I've got a few more setups I can try, because I really want to get this right for us, so that you get the most out of it as well. So yeah, please feedback. Also, if you'd like to like, share and subscribe to this channel, that would be great. My goal currently with it is to get to 100 subscribers so we get more visibility on YouTube, and then more people can find us who may also be interested in what I do and how I do it. So thank you. Oh, and if you subscribe, make sure that you click on the wiggly bell so that you get notifications of my readings. Once I get settled into the channel, I will be doing monthly zodiac readings, pick a card readings, all sorts of random stuff, messages for whoever needs to hear this right now, and there will be extended readings, but I'm just focusing on actually getting this set up right first of all now, and I will bring in all of that as we get this sorted out. Anything else to tell you? Oh yeah, I'm also thinking of starting up a membership club at some point for the channel. My website is in progress at the moment. Hopefully it will be up and live by Christmas at the latest. In the meantime, if you would like a personal reading from me, then there is an email link below this video, and you can email me about sort of personal reading. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So what do we need to know for today? New moon in Scorpio. What energies are there, and what does Spirit need us to know? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we've got Amethyst. Then we've got the Dream. And we've got Apprehension. Put my glasses on a moment. Okay, so Amethyst, transformation, certainty and confidence. The Dream, something is revealed, insight and breakthrough. And then Apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. That's a nice collection of 3 cards for the new moon. So Amethyst, as a crystal, Amethyst is a stone that can transmute negative energy into positive energy, and that really sort of sums up what we're doing in this journey. We're uncovering the things that are limiting us, or blockages and things like that, bringing them to the surface, acknowledging them and then releasing them, or transmuting them, because energy is never actually destroyed. It just changes to become something else. So if we're seeing negative patterns in ourselves and we don't want to have those anymore, that energy, the way we do it is by transmuting that energy or transforming it. So, and the new moon is a perfect time of transformation. Then the Dream. This takes me back to yesterday's reading with the time for a nap. It's when we're doing nothing, when we're relaxing, when we're being reflective, when we're dreaming. That's when messages from the subconscious can come through and come up. So pay attention tonight to your dreams, to inspirations or little ideas that come up. Okay, and then Apprehension. So when we're making changes in our lives, it can feel quite scary, and we can doubt ourselves and feel a lot of fear. I know certainly for myself, in the run up to launching this channel, that I had lots of self-doubt and lots of fears and anxieties to overcome, that sort of suddenly becoming visible out in the world. Was big and scary, but I'm doing it, and I'm facing those fears and those anxieties, and I'm going to keep on doing it because I know that's what I'm here to do, and I know this is the next step on my journey. So yeah, we can feel apprehensive about change and new journeys. As human beings, we like a lot of certainty, and when there isn't that, it can make us feel a bit uncomfortable. But we can acknowledge it and we can work with it. So that's what I would suggest, the sort of the best way to handle uncertainty and apprehension. Okay, so let's have a look at some cards. So this is a beautiful deck. This is the old Goliath deck, shadow deck. I find it reads really nicely for me, and I just love the artwork and stuff. So what do we need to know for today? The 4th of November 2021, new moon in Scorpio. What messages What messages does Spirit have for us? What do we need to know? Yeah. Okay, so at the centre of the spread, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Oops. I have to just put my glasses on for this. Then we have the Page of Swords. We have the Six of Cups again. I know it was the Six of Pentacles yesterday, wasn't it? Not the Six of Cups. Anyway, we've got the Six of Cups today. We've got the Fool. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got Strength. We've got the Eight of Swords. And we've got the Two of Cups. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Sage. Okay, so we've got some nice cards coming out here. Okay, I'm going to have to keep my glasses on so I can read these. Some of the writing at the bottom of the cards is very small. Okay, so at the centre of the deck, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the beginning of a new journey out in the 3D world. Okay, so this new beginning is very firmly rooted in the physical world out there. A new opportunity opening, a new beginning, a new avenue that we're going to go down. Okay, perfect for today. Really sums up sort of what we're doing. Okay. In the background, or in the subconscious, we've got the Page of Swords, which is the sword-bearing sister. So the Page of Swords can be about messages coming through, could be the word that's coming through to me, Chinese whispers. So there may be sort of a bit of talking in the background or behind your back here, but not necessarily. With the Page of Swords, it can also be sort of, social media messages and things like that, text messages, any of the messaging apps, little messages coming through to you. Then we've got the Six of Cups, the reuniting waterhole. Okay, so the Six of Cups can often be about reminiscing about the past, or people coming back from the past. It can also be about reuniting with parts of yourself that have been left in the past. As I said earlier this week about sort of the way I read cards, I don't read so much about external other people coming in, more about the journey and the transformation being about inner parts of ourselves coming back up, or inner aspects of ourself that we need to integrate or we need to be aware of. So the Six of Cups, it could be, especially because of the type of transformation and transition that we're going through, it could be that sort of digging deep down into ourselves at this new moon in Scorpio, we find parts of ourselves that we've forgotten about or have become separated from us, and it offers the opportunity to reintegrate these parts and to unite with these different parts of ourselves. often sort of in childhood, we lose parts of ourselves through our families and a culturalization. And part of the journey to wholeness as adults is to reunite these lost parts. Okay. Emotionally, another good card for the new moon in Scorpio. We have the Fall, that leap of faith into the new. I love this interpretation of the Fall. The little mouse just jumping off into the abyss. I know this well. I've done this more than a few times in my life, where I've just taken that step into the unknown, and just ride the roller coaster after that. But taking that first step, which is often the hardest to take. So the Fall, the eternal vagabond. Okay, so what's in front of us? The Two of Wands, which is the lightning strike antenna. So again, at this new moon, it feels like we're sort of passing between the two wands on this new journey, and it feels electrified of new beginnings. And as I said before, this this week feels a really sort of powerful, lightning struck, energetic, powerful time of transition and transformation. One of the images I had come through earlier in the week when I was doing my morning meditation was seeing myself sat at a keyboard and the lightning coming through my fingers and going through the keyboards and going out into the digital world and sort of the world wide web, and just going out, that energy, that whatever it is that I'm doing, just going out there. And it was a reminder to myself that it doesn't matter, sort of, quite fearful at the beginning of this journey, but that it's the right thing to do energetically for myself. So seeing this coming up, it really does feel to me like we're passing through this portal into the new. Okay, the next card, we have the Strength card. Again, another beautiful drawing here. This is the Lion and the Cobra. And the Strength card is about going inside and connecting with your inner strength. Okay, we'll never find that strength outside. It's always within us. So this is sort of our next step, what we need to do, go inside. It's perfect time to go down inside us, finding those lost parts of ourselves, integrating them to give us strength, connecting to our creativity, connecting to our drive, our will, our passion. This new moon in Scorpio is a perfect time to do that. Okay, what's working for us? We've got the Eight of Swords here, and the Eight of Swords, often in decks we see a woman that's bound and blindfolded and surrounded by swords, and because she's blindfolded she can't see that there's an easy way out. And the Eight of Swords is about sort of getting over self-doubts and negative self-talk and self-limitation, mental self-limitation. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I'm scared. It brings me back to apprehension from the Gaia deck, that overcoming self-doubts and fears. We do that by connecting to our inner strength. Okay, and then we've got the Lovers, the Six of number 6 of the major arcana. I think I said at the beginning the Two of Cups. That's because I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't actually see the cards properly, but it is actually the Lovers. Yay! The Alchemical Heart. Well, this channel is Spirit of Life Alchemy. It is about transformation. The way I see this channel and what I'm taking forward is very heart-centered. Heart-centered consciousness is what I call it. And it's about being a catalyst for transformation, both of my own and for all the people that find their way to this channel and feel a connection with this channel. So this card is about sort of, we're coming to a place of choices and decisions. Historically, the Lovers used to be called the Choice, and it's about sort of deciding which way we're going to go. And this, in this position, is saying to me about really thinking about sort of the direction you want to go in. Does it come from your heart? Is there a heart transformation? Are you opening your heart? Scorpio, for me, is connected to deep emotion, deep heart, and we talked before about finding the treasure, digging deep and finding the treasure. That treasure is in the heart. Are we making a decision from the heart? Something to think about today as we go through the new moon. And then the card at the bottom of the deck, the Sage. Okay, the Purity. Okay, this I see on sort of a couple of levels. I'm sure I've said before about the card at the bottom of the deck gives me the general environment and the general energy of the reading. So the Sage, using sage and sage smudge sticks and things like that, is all about purification, and that's something to be doing at this new moon. Purifying yourself, cleansing. It might be an idea. Some things, one of the things I often do at new moon, especially sort of before doing like new moon rituals and things like that, is I will have a ceremonial ritual bath, and I will have a candle and sage and joss stick burning or sage burning around the bath, and I will use sea salt dissolved in the water. So around me I've got the fire element from the candle, I've got the air element with the joss stick, and then I'm bathing in the water element and the earth element dissolved. And salt is known to purify and cleanse, so that is one of my moon rituals to do, is to have an elemental cleansing bath. So maybe that's something that sort of you could think about doing today. Also, you know, if you have sage sticks or joss sticks or essential oils or incense or whatever, maybe cleansing your home and your environment as well, creating a new space for the new to emerge. It's part of cleansing away the old. Okay, so that seems like a really good reading to me for where we are with this cycle that we're in. So I said I would finish off by pulling a Work Your Light cards, just to see what the light is that we can work with during this shadow time. Let's see what the messages are for us today. And what light do we need to be working with? We're always working with the light, and a bit like the Hermit, shining a light into the darkness. This is what I want from pulling one of these cards. Okay, it's you. Okay, let's just have a look here. Okay, so we've got protection. Okay, and interestingly, at the top of the card there, we have a dark moon. Protection, I think tying in, coming back to this general energy of cleansing away, which can also be done in protection rituals and things and workings as well. So protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval, which takes me back to the Six of Cups. I said about calling back sort of lost parts of ourselves. And also it takes me back to the Lovers as well, sort of rather than looking outside of ourselves for an other, actually what we need to do first is to call back other parts of ourselves. Part of the spiritual journey I see is the uniting of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within ourselves in partnership. So, yeah, calling back in our power. We give our power away to people all the time, and it's a really good practice to actually pull ourselves back, pull all our energy back from wherever it may be, unhook others, unhook ourselves from others, so that we can really be in ourselves. And soul retrieval, maybe that's how deep this journey is this week. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I would love your feedback on it. I'd love your feedback on where you are with the new moon, and also about this new setup and whether it's working or not.